I was gonna play a bit of Dota, but I'm gonna have a discussion now, guys. So, and here it is. Okay. Yeah. So that is absolutely more like it. For those of you who have any discussion, who wants to do any discussion, all right. Anyone who wants to join, why is it not picking up my stream? I am online from you guys who's watching, let me know. We're going to discuss tagline. All right. That is going to be it. And all right. Tech news, updates, discussion, session number 4. All right. So I'm going to use tech news. We're going to discuss tech discussion, and we're going to use tech updates. Who's with me, gentlemen? Unreal. All right, how many people are watching? Where are you guys watching from? Okay. So those of you who are joining, you guys can join our Patreon as well. All right. It's pretty late here where I am from. This is going to be a session for 40-45 minutes, and let's see how many people we can come up with. And what's the latest tech news today? So All right, for those of you who are joining, so the top 5 tech news is OpenAI CEO Sam Altman travels globally to secure AI computing capacity. Right. So first up, Sam Altman of OpenAI is crisscrossing Asia, visiting Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, in a bid to lock in massive supply of AI chips. For those of you who don't know, majority of the chips in AI is made in Taiwan. Memory infrastructure, he's meeting with TSMC, Samsung, SK Hynix, Foxconn, pushing for priority in the production lines. So this move underscores how computer chips memory is at the core of AI arms race. Without supply, even the best models are useless. So here's the question for you guys. Do you think centralizing AI computing in a few hubs is a risk geopolitically, supply chain? If you were in Altman's shoes, that's the second question. Which region or country would you prioritize the building in? US, China, India, or others? Have your say. That's the first issue, or the first question that we'll talk to. How many of you guys are using OpenAI? There's an interesting thing in OpenAI that we write thank you very much in the chat GPT, and we say okay, thank you, corrected. And according to the CEO, it actually cost them a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of energy just to respond to that. And that's our first headline. Coming up with the second one, we're just going to go through 5 of them and see how you guys respond, I hope. So this, in the second news, the US issues new 50% rule, export control on AI and tech investments. That's according to Axios. So next, the US Commerce Department has introduced a new 50% rule. So they're extending exports control restrictions to subsidiaries more than 50% owned by entities on sanction list. So you guys know Mr. Trump has put in a sanction list as well, especially targeting AI tech in China and other regions. That includes India as well. So this could force major AI firms to rethink their global structure, partnerships, their exports, their workforce as well. Now, like, if you look at an angle, this is not just regulation, this is basically strategic control by the US. It may slow innovation or fragment the AI ecosystems across jurisdictions. So a lot of this independent AI, and again with the governments of the world, they don't like, they say they like free speech and free stuff, but that's something like it. Basic name of the game is control. So how would you recognize a global AI startup to comply with these rules? What kind of jurisdiction becomes safe zones? What do you have your thoughts? Now, when I talk about safe zones, a lot of you guys might know, like, this money laundering thing, like people from around the world, they put their money in places which do not have, like, which have rules, regulations that encourage people to bring in the money with no questions asked, and they keep a security on the ownership of that money as well. So that may be some safe zones that can be created in the world. Let's see. In another news, Amazon unveils Alexa Plus, Color Kindle Scribe, upgraded Echo and Fire devices. So on the consumer front, Amazon just held its 2025 device and services event, launching Alexa Plus, smarter ambient AI layer across devices. So they also reveal a Color Kindle Scribe. I don't know how many people of you guys have been using Kindle. Upgraded Echo speakers and display, Fire TV enhancements, and smarter blink cameras. So let me know in the comments how many of you guys are using Amazon products. They had a bit of issue, I think earlier. It was Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, something with the security issues as well a few years ago. So this signals Amazon's push to embed AI in everyday home devices, not just cloud data. I don't know how secure it is. Which of these new devices do you see as a killer app for everyday life? Which one are you going to buy? Which one are you going to use? Second question for you guys is, how much is intelligence at the edge on device AI versus intelligence in the cloud going to the matter over the next 5 years. So that's just a projection to see in the next 5 years. What do you guys think? What would you trust your home's AI assistants to anticipate your needs? That's the big question here. That's something for you guys to talk about, right? OnePlus 15 to launch globally November 13 with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. In mobile news, the OnePlus 15 is expected to launch globally on November 13, 2025. That's just next month, just a couple of weeks after its China debut. What's notable, it will run the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip, features ultra-narrow bezel, 1.15 mm, 16 Hz display, a new sandstone color option. So also for the first time in OnePlus is dropping its Hasselblad camera. That's a tongue twister as well. Camera turning in favor of its own detailed Max image engine. So the idea is like, is this a strategic shift for OnePlus to stand out in camera processing? Compare its specs versus the competitors. The competitors are Galaxy and iPhone. You need to understand that what could be their edge among this. So iPhone has their own space, their own cloud, and Samsung Galaxy is basically the number one Android to use. Look, what features? Now here's a question for you guys. So what features you care most about in flagship phones? Is it the camera, the performance, the refresh rate, or the battery? So come up with an answer. That's a question for you guys. In the last news, so China is adjusting overseas EV strategy. Meta pushes AI glasses and Tencent's chips plan. So lastly, China is recalibrating its overseas EV investment strategy, shifting from raw material control towards vehicle assembly, partly due to geopolitical and tariff pressure. So I think the Trump, what he has done has rattled the economic structure and the futures. This strategy in the next 5 years is still going to be the president for the next 3 or 4 years. So, and the chip startup Tencent is pushing ahead with diverse global foundry partners. TSMC, Samsung, Intel aiming for 2mm class chipsets. So a lot of the news is about chips. The next I think competition or clash is going to be regarding these precious minerals and the chips. So it's all about computing power now, guys. So what things we need to explore is the EV supply chain war. Who dominates lithium battery manufacturing and final vehicle integration? Lithium is coming from the African, so that's where it's going. It's basically a global push now. So could AI glasses be the next smartphone revolution? Hands-free AI? I don't think I'm going to use that one. I've tried to use Google Glasses, but normal glasses are fine. Tencent model use multiple foundries instead of one. Is it that safer or more complex? Have you say? Would you wear AI smart glasses if they had real utility regarding translation, overlay info? How distracting it would be basically, and how much time would it need for us to adopt? What would be a deal breaker? Privacy, battery, form factor? Have you say, guys? So at the end of the day, so we've been talking for 14 minutes. I'm going to have it a quick, small video because of the weekend. So, and that wraps up today's tech roundup, everybody. We've seen how the future of AI devices and global innovation is shifting faster than ever. So from Sam Altman's worldwide race of computing power to Amazon's reinventing our homes with smarter Alexa, and even the next wave of flagship phones and AI wearables. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm actually streaming in TikTok as well, so I'm just having to look here and there once a while. So stay curious, stay ahead, and never stop exploring. What's next? If you enjoyed this discussion, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comment section, and do not forget to support the channel by joining our Patreon. There's tons and tons of stuff that you guys can take advantage of. I'd love to know which story impressed you the most. Until next time, keep your minds open and your devices charged. This is your host, Ali Rathor from TechRat TV. Guys, take care and bye-bye.